everybody. Polly Schneider here from the Cheboygan Area Chamber of Commerce. And we are continuing our March Mania series with the Cheboygan Sports Boosters. So today I have with me the Cheboygan Sports Boosters president, Dave Charbonneau, and he's gonna give us a little bit of information about Sports Boosters, what they do, what they support, how you might be able to be involved if you want to, and just learn a little bit more about the organization. So welcome, Dave. Thanks for agreeing to do this interview with me. I'm excited to let people know more about Sports Boosters.
Thank you very much. We're happy to be here, and thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, we love to support our school sports as much as we can, and you guys are a great organization. So delving a little bit into it, what is the goal of Sports Boosters, Dave?
Sports Boosters is basically an organization that seeks to help fund or purchase equipment that the school might not be able to for primary high school, but we also do a little bit for the middle school on occasion as well.
Okay, that's awesome. And so obviously as a nonprofit organization, how do you go about doing fundraising and all that so that you're able to assist with those needs that the school might not be able to?
We have several avenues. A lot of it is donations by just the general public. People donate yearly and become a member of the tribe and get their name listed in the program that we typically sell. So we get a little revenue from that. We also sell advertising spaces in the programming for businesses or anyone that would like to just list anything. We do typically, we didn't last year. Obviously, a lot of things have changed over the last year, so we didn't do a lot. But we do during homecoming, we'll do a football float down the river. We'll sell little footballs with numbers on them. We'll put them in at the spillway of the locks and float them all the way down to the chamber there at the bridge, the lock bridge. Yeah. Then we do 50-50. We also have recently installed some cameras that we have purchased at the football field and in the gymnasium, where the public can purchase a monthly membership or a yearly membership for activities that are held there. And also you can watch them if they're in another town that has that with the membership. So you don't have to be at the game in order to still watch the game, and we get a percentage of the funding from that, from the monthly or the yearly subscription.
That's cool. That's a lot of ways that you're not only able to help the programming with the equipment and stuff, but you're able to get the community kind of excited about things like the football float. That's always fun for homecoming to see those footballs floating down the river. And it's a great option for maybe family members that, you know, when my kids were playing sports, my parents were in Florida all the time, so they'd have been able to log in and watch them play live. And
right. It's also archived, so they can go back and watch it even if they weren't available at the time. So you can go back and watch the football game from 6 months ago.
That's really cool. Really cool. So now that you've told us a little bit about how you do your fundraising, what do you do with the money when you get
it? Well, we have some that we set aside because we are actually looking at hopefully doing some bigger capital projects as well. But typically we will have a reserve in the bank. We'll hold a monthly meeting, which we haven't been holding as regular as we would normally like to, due to the COVID and everything. But we'll put out there, you know, as it gets close to, like, this is spring season. We just did, you know, we put out an email to everyone, all the coaches and things, that if there's any needs that the school can't meet, that we're looking to, you know, to fund something. And we just had 4 different organizations, well, not organizations, but 4 different requests come in that we met, you know, and then we'll vote on it as a board, and then they go ahead and purchase it, get us a receipt, and then we get the funds into their account.
That's great. So just like, for example, if the baseball team needs some new catcher's gear or things like that, or new bases for the field, or just general things that they may need. That's
typically
really cool.
Every year they get like $1,000 for balls, bats, and whatever equipment. That's almost like a standing thing that they get each year.
Okay, that's great. That's really good support for our kids, because I as a parent of athletes, I know how important team sports are. Even if it's, you know, the chess team, it's right. Important to be involved in something, and it's great. another thing too, it just goes to show how Sheboygan is as a community, that the Sports Boosters program is supporting all of our kids in all that they're doing athletically. And really the end goal is to teach them the importance of teamwork and all that
Absolutely.
stuff. So we really appreciate that. I do as a parent of athletes, and I know the community really supports and appreciates everything you do too. So you had mentioned the teams can put requests in for equipment that they might need and things. Anything else like that you've done that you can give us examples of in the past that you guys have supported?
Certainly. Just a few years ago, basketball had requested a shooting machine so that they don't have to have someone rebounding it. It's a lot faster. They can do multiple shots and it rebounds it, throws it back out to them, and it actually rotates. So they got to move. We purchased that. Track and field obviously is a springtime sport, and the weather, you never know what it's going to do. So they were out in the cold. They requested a enclosed tent with sides that were removable.
Okay.
So we got that. Wrestling, we helped fit. Last year was their first year back, so we gave them some money for whatever their general needs were. And then this year they needed some weighted jump ropes and stretch bands and things along that lines. Middle school basketball, we helped purchase some uniforms that they shared, but this year with things, they were actually boys and girls were both together. So they needed more uniforms. So we were able to get the girls 23 uniforms so that they had their own, and things along that lines, really. The weight room was limited on people that they could rotate through, so they needed some more equipment. We were just able to purchase them 4 weight systems, stations, and benches where they could keep 5 kids all at a station and do multiple workouts without having to move and better suit their time. Football's washing machine died, so they couldn't wash uniforms. They were having to go to the laundromat. We were able to help them get a washing machine and a new dryer.
Yeah, that's great. You, like I said before, you guys do some really good things for our student athletes, and it's very much appreciated. So if anybody hasn't known about Sports Boosters and would like to be involved, or if you'd like to just make a donation to Sports Boosters too, you can get their contact information on Cheboygan.com. There's a search bar on there, and you can search Cheboygan Sports Boosters, and it will direct you right to Dave or any of the other members of the organization that are able to assist you with questions or how you can get involved and all that kind of stuff. So again, thank you so much for taking time to talk to me today, Dave. I'm really excited to let people learn a little bit more about Sports Boosters that they may not know. And thanks for being part of our March Mania mini series.
Thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. And if anybody is interested in becoming a member, we really don't have anything. They just welcome to come to meetings and get involved as well. So
awesome. Well, thank you so much again, and stay tuned for our next episode of March Mania.
all right, thanks.
Yep.